Welcome to Convenio video presentations and the part 2 of the emergency preparedness and drills. In part 1 we have seen how it's possible to plan and create drills, how to coordinate dates, and how to set up checklists for all involved participants. We also presented the example of how a planner or user can have a good overview for planning and coordinating a full-scale exercise in one single platform. In this presentation, we will further discuss and present how we design critical emergency preparedness indicators, how meeting notes can be managed in the system, how all relevant reports for all the involved participants can be generated from the system, and how concluding actions can be planned and executed with the help of the system. All this together will also show how knowledge could easily be shared between airports and stakeholders. This particular screen shows all the critical time parameters that are captured in the system. As you know, time parameters become very critical in analyzing and benchmarking the estimated and actual time for all included activities in an exercise. An example could be the 5 vehicles, the ambulance staff, time for evacuations, etc., etc. This information is also shown in the standard reports that can be generated from the system. Moving to the next screen, we have seen the important processes and parameters in terms of a drill activity. It's also very important for each individual to see their respective role and tasks in the different drill scenarios. A combination of checklist, task group, the stakeholders, and the drill type will help you to analyze relevant data. In this slide, you will see 2 screens. On the top, you connect the drill type and the checklist to get the relevant data. And on the bottom, you combine the drill type and the drill stakeholder. This will generate the relevant reports to the participants. Based on the configuration, a PDF is generated with assignments and responsibilities of each participant. In a similar way, the activity and coordination part can also be related and communicated to the participants. As part of an exercise, the job of the emergency planner involves various meetings. Our solution facilitates the process for planning and performing meetings, as well as generating and storing the meeting notes. Here you can see an example of a meeting note from a specific drill. Action follow-up of all related tasks which lead to the closure of drills is a very important part of an exercise or a drill. Different inputs are entered into the system. Based on the remarks by each participant, you group the activities by action type. The categorizing of actions will facilitate the search of information and the reporting from the system. Info is structured in a way that reporting is done in a structured way at the end of an exercise. It's also easy to present the results and findings from a specific exercise or a drill. The possibility to check all the refugee areas on a periodic basis is also part of the solution. Finally, we come to the knowledge management part of an exercise or a drill. On this screenshot, we show how to pull up certain information and learnings. This is not confidential info, but info that easily could be shared between different airports. Going further on the knowledge management part, we have captured some important areas as the implementation of the system that will really help in coordination with all the appropriate agencies. And make sure that all parties understand and are committed to their respective responsibilities. We have a library of all important checklists in one single place, and drills and exercise planning workflows and approvals are done from a single system. This is a summary of the different plans and information that can be handled in the system. Many of our customers value the single point of information concerning the planning, performing, and following up on incidents, hazards that can be achieved from the system itself. Finally, the system will be able to generate reports that could be common or specific. This is integrated with the incident management, the hazard identification, and the risk assessment part of the system. This is very important to understand. In all, it gives you a complete picture of an incident occurring at an airport, the hazards that are likely to develop over a period of time, and how to control those hazards, and the most important exercises and drills to be conducted. This concludes the part 2 of the emergency and drill presentation. Thank you.